Well, let me put some content out. Feed the viewers, feed the viewers, the subscribers, content. Got to put it out. Oh, by the way, hello viewers, mornings. Another beautiful morning, yeah, or day. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. Right. All right. Yeah. I need some lights in this room. All right. We got some lights. All right. What do we got for you guys? Let's see here. Let's see. When Microsoft finally released Windows 11 ISO for ARMS devices. Says here, it's raise your arm if you want Windows 11. You can now download it. It says it's been months since Windows 11 on ARMS officially became available on laptops with Qualcomm Snapdragon X series, but until now there was no easy option to download the ISO as is possible for x86 device. When the Windows operating system isn't new to the ARM architecture, as it has been offered for years but was never available as a download ISO. User previously had the option to enroll in the Windows Insider program and use virtual disk image to obtain a copy, but being able to download and install the operating system without restriction other than hardware is an important milestone. It says here, last month Microsoft announced that Windows 11 ARMS would be released soon, and this promise is now fulfilled. Microsoft has just released the download option for this version of Windows, which is about 5 gigs of download. For this version to work, an ARM system is required, such as the Snapdragon X series. Not every laptop with the new APU has a recovery image, so having this option is something many will appreciate. It's worth noting that Snapdragon X is supported by this ISO out of the box, allowing users to boot without issues. However, users still need to download and install additional drivers for the system to function fully. For those using older Snapdragon processors, drivers from the device manufacturer needs to be injected into the image. You can learn more about this process by following the link below. Then it says the graphics enthusiast should also be aware that NVIDIA is reportedly developing an ARM-based SoC for expected next year. This chip would combine ARM-based CPU cores with NVIDIA GPU architecture, and there's a good chance some users may be required to use Windows 11 ARM for these devices in the future. And we got 5 comments from the debaters. They say still not seeing any benefit of ARM over just getting an AMD. And then Steven said this: I think we should start seeing Windows boot on any ARM device, but I think Mali drivers will be the biggest issue. SNES said this: perfect timing, just got an M4 Pro Mac Mini delivered today. And Roman said this: wait, new version of Boot Camp. I have a Mac Mini 2, and it would be great to use Windows 11 ARM. Craig Frederick from Apple once said that they can allow Boot Camp if Microsoft make Windows ARM. And then SNES said this: just VMware Fusion, less performance loss running ARM native Windows. Boot Camp would be cool, but I'm not holding my breath. Alright, well, there you have it, guys. Windows and ARM. Alright, now, what else we got here? Let's see, we got Half-Life 2 turned 20 with new RTX version. And then it says, Half-Life 2 celebrates 20th anniversary. RTX edition now listed on Steam. Half-Life 2 turns 20, new RTX version. NVIDIA is promoting its new re-image version mod with its technology. They say it's hard to believe Half-Life 2 is now 20 years old. I still remember diving into the leak E3 demo, then later experiencing the full game, reading views that talked about the groundbreaking graphics tech that sets a new standard. Now NVIDIA has teamed up with Orbifold Studios to give the classic a modern makeover using NVIDIA Remix tool. As the name suggests, they're re-imaging the game with NVIDIA technologies, including ray tracing and path tracing for a fresh visual experience. The game will also feature DLSS 3.5, and NVIDIA previewed its upcoming RTX 2 remaster, making the 20th anniversary of the iconic game with a major graphics overhaul. While NVIDIA could have released this remastered edition on the anniversary itself, they opted to take their time with development, aiming for polished release. Still, it's a missed opportunity for sure to celebrate. NVIDIA is also raffling a custom designed RTX 4080 featuring Gordon Freeman's face on the social channel. And it says, worth noting that Half-Life 2 RTX is not just a mod, but a full-fledged game that already has dedicated page on Steam. It will be free for all owners of Half-Life. So, no, you do need to download a mod and do anything yourself. Also, modders can join the team and help bring in the refresh game to others faster. Alright. Then who is this? It's got 20 comments here. Rare said this: enjoy your truly 30 FPS RTX game. Then one San Pedro said this: not crazy about 20-year-old game being remade that runs well on a 1600 GPU. Also, Half-Life 2 being that old makes me feel extremely old. I remember, he said, I remember making Steam account and downloading this game when I first got after it came out. Was very excited and had a ball playing it. Then Mr. A said this: it's likely not running well on a 1600 card anymore. RTX 4090 is going to be dethroned by the 5090, which is projected to be much more expensive. Probably $1,999 or more. And then who is this? Pedro said this: I agreed. Good timing for a game to release for NVIDIA. Want to play Half-Life 2 with RTX? We just have the thing for you. Same thing with the Q2 RTX. Sure, it had some very nice lights and reflection, but needs the 3090 to actually run it. And then Zena said this: beautiful paint job. And Jura, he was like, whoa, did he say there is a VR mod for Half-Life 2? Question mark. Oh man, it looks like I'm gonna have to replay Half-Life 2 again. Then Rainbow Walker, not just Half-Life 2, but 2 episodes as well. And I can tell you, Half-Life 2 in VR is better than Half-Life Alyx, mostly because it's a full campaign story and it's fast, unlike the slow-paced Alyx. And then Grim said this: I'm wondering, is it possible to play Half-Life 2 with RTX in VR? And Rainbow Walker, one of the devs on this project, is also one of the Half-Life 2 VR devs. So we might see something. It all depends on whether we can have RTX in VR, and if playable, since VR is a slightly more demanding on GPU than regular flat screen gaming. Then Grim said, I keep my fingers crossed. It would be cool to play Half-Life 2 with both new visuals and better immersion. And Cardi said this: yeah, it's on Steam for 2 years already. Anyway, man, who else? Who is this? Who else did I miss? Who else did I miss? Who was this? Savat said this: a hot take, just make Half-Life 2 Episode 3 or Half-Life 3 or whatever. Even if it doesn't live up to the hype, just finish the story. It's better than leaving us internet weirdos affording for it. And I know it could be exceed the hype. Look at Armored Core 6. And then a beer from here said this: I don't need a new groundbreaking mechanics, just a reasonable continuation of the story. And then Savat said, yes, exactly. Portal 2 didn't really bring a ton of new features other than fidelity. They should have done a Half-Life 3 around when Portal 2 was released. And then Play Mode said, based on some internal source code repos, there are some games, mechanics, and visual effects that Valve didn't implement in Source 2 yet. That was meant for Half-Life 3, so Valve isn't satisfied with developing the game at this point. Yeah, well, yeah, we'll see. And then Savad said that Source was released nearly 10 years ago. They've had time to change and modify the engine for features they want. It's also not that Valve doesn't have the resource for custom engines. And then Open Standard said this back when video games were good. And then Flintstigator said this: games are still good, just the ones from big publishers are trash. And then FS Red said this: ain't that the truth? Genome said Half-Life 3 confirmed, or at least really just more like 2 remastered. And then Godrilla Godrilla said this. Got one more comment to read here. He said not no, but this seems cool. And then floating points at this: Half-Life 3 should be a follow-up to the IMO rather than some weird combined stuff. Black Mesa was epic. Yeah, well, we shall see what what Valve do with this Half-Life stuff. That's what I say. That's what I say. What's this? Here's another one. What's this? Grab Half-Life 2 until the 18th. I did this yesterday. But he says Valve is celebrating 20-year anniversary by announcing the time limited promotion, allowing anyone who's never played the game or at least access the story and keep it forever. And let's say Half-Life 3 reaches 20-year anniversary milestone this week. As a part of the celebration, NVIDIA announced new details about it. Half-Life 2 RTX mod. In short, it's the same game but enhanced with NVIDIA technology like DLSS 3.5. Full ray tracing mod will be free for anyone who already owns Half-Life 2 in their library. For now, though, this weekend until November 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific, Half-Life 2 is free to own. If you've never played it before, claim it now for forever. Conveniently, Valve is giving away Half-Life 2 for free during this weekend only. As long as you add the game to your library, you have access to it later. This also means your copy will be eligible for the RTX upgrade when it becomes available. And says here, however, that's not all. The original game received an update for its 20th anniversary based on the game now include the Episode 1, Episode 2 expansion. Additionally, a developer commentary has been added, featured 3.5 hours of insight. You'll need to see an icon in the game where commentary is available. And who else? And then it says, let's see what did they do here? They had some updates to it too. It says here, modders will be pleased to learn that Half-Life 2 now support integrated Steam Workshop. This eliminates the need to quit the game to install the new mods. The updates include with numerous fixes and graphical improvements. Let's see, a Half-Life 2 add 3.5 hours of developer commentary by the Half-Life 2 team. Half-Life Episode 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and 2 are now playable for Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 Lost Coast has been added to the extra menus. Added Steam Workshop support. Play entire campaign for replace weapons, enemies, and more with content created by community. Add custom Steam game recording gameplay events and phase throughout the game. And then it says graphics fix issue causing props of entire map to be fully bright or fully dark depending on settings. Add bicubic filtering for lighting to produce smoother shadows. It can be enabled by setting shaders to detail vary. Fix missing grass detail sprites in mini maps. Add settings to enable classic effects that were originally in Half-Life 2. These effects can also be enabled using it R_classic_blood or R_classic_fire. Add support for redial fog. Relativity has been adjusted throughout Half-Life 2 to better match the original update model for crossbow and RPG weapon support. Ultra-wide display. Fixed camera clipping into the vehicle at high FOV settings. fix lambda cache indicators, other deals vanishing when backtracking through map transition, setting more detail to high, lower, always display the highest detail version of a model and never swap for lower level of details of a model, and newer swap for lower level of details. Set anti-alias into 4x MSAAA by default. Fix teeth shaders rendering fully white on some GPUs. And that is that. Got 7 comments. Who was this? Nopa said this. Pete Overdrive FTW H said this. Nice. Last time it was Half-Life and now Half-Life 2. Got to make some time for these new for these do. Aha. And then who was this? Voice said this. I need to replay this for the 38523459826475223 time. And then Psycho said this. While we don't have Raven Holmes, this and this upcoming RTS give us another reason to. And then Jen said this. I got Half-Life 2 exactly 20 years ago. LLL. Replay all of it in VR a year ago and it felt like a new game. It's actually better in VR, so if you get it now and have a VR headset, I recommend play it that way instead. And then Chai said this. Chianta said this. Have it on disc somewhere. Anyway, man. Yeah, Half-Life, man. And then now for DLSS 3. Got one video here and you got 59 comments, but I'm gonna leave that one alone. Let's see here. NVIDIA DLSS 3.8 10 release now featuring only 2 preset profile. And then it said the enthusiasts have already noticed the new DLSS deep learning super sampling library has a smaller size compared to the previous release. The newest GeForce 5614 driver introduced the DLSS 3.8.10 package, which is now said to have reduced number of preset profile. NVIDIA DLSS offers various profiles that depend on the game quality, and simple developer or user preference can deliver better image quality, reduce ghosting, and smaller improvement in practice. Newer profiles are intended to replace older profiles, but keeping their profiles to ensure that the quality will be preserved for games already using them. And then they say, as a reminder, NVIDIA introduced a new E profile with DLSS 3.7 release in August this year. This profile has become the default quality profile, which, compared to previous release, improved quality and provides sharper image. It appears that NVIDIA is now removing the A, B, C, and D profile that redesigned for other scenarios, as shown below, and picture from NVIDIA DLSS developer files. And then it says DLSS 3.8 10.10 preset, preset A, then it says in parentheses, intent for perf/balance/quality modes, and older variant test suit to combat ghosting for element with missing input. Preset B, intent for ultra perf mode, similar to preset A but for ultra perf mode. Preset C, intent for perf/balance/quality mode. Preset which generally favors current frame information, generally well suited for pace game content. It says preset D, intent for perf balance quality mode, similar to preset E. Preset E is generally recommended for preset D. And then who was this? Preset E, intent for perf/balance/quality default preset for perf/balance/quality mode, generally favoring image stability. And let's see, a preset F, intent for ultra perf DLAA, the default preset for ultra perf DLA mode. And preset G, unused. Then it says here DLSS 3.8 10.10 now includes only E profile and F profile, with the latter intent for ultra quality or DLAA, deep learning anti-aliasing profile. The E profile is now the new default. You can use tools like DLSS Tweak to manually change the profile for your game. Just remember to be careful with online games, which may flag your optimization through anti-cheatings. And let's see, that's that. And then you got 59 comments from the debaters. So you know how they go. So and they just going at it. What's this? Yeah, I can knock this out real quick. 59 comments. That's what they talk about here. Chaldean said this. Chaldean said this. Fixed games trying to use preset A&D in the latest build for special K if DLSS version equals 3.8.10, so you can safely use DLL in older games. And then Ruby said this, DLSS 4 RTX 50 exclusive. And Roman said it's no DLSS 3.5, which is to accelerate ray tracing and works on any RTX card. Only DLSS 3.0 3.0 frame generation limited to RTX 40 series. And then Diego said this, but that's what he's saying. What would NVIDIA invent in DLSS 4 to be exclusive to the RTX 50? I was waiting to get a 40 in December, but with the imminent announcement, I'll wait. The below I took with the 8 gigs of video RAM of the 3070 is enough, being limited to software just because NVIDIA wanted it. Something I am not willing to risk. And then Andrew said this, they didn't just want it, it was necessary. DLSS frame generation is superior to software-based frame. You can watch any comparison and provide it with playable latency hardware is necessary. It's like forcing ray tracing on cards without dedicated RT cores. Yeah. And who was this? And then Marvel said this quote, and then Andrew said, "Are you question mark? You all got the proof you need out there. I've tried all frame gen versions. All have serious issues and latency apart from DLSS, which compares to all other access game vectors. Not that means anything to you." And then Henry said, maybe me buying a 12 gig 3080 Ti for 3440 and 1440p didn't help either. I haven't been running out of video RAM in many AAA games, especially when using DLSS. Would definitely want to do that at a resolution to get more of FPS. My only option is a 16 gig 4080. Even 16 gig is not enough going forward. A GPU should at least should last 3 years minimum. And then Small Moment said this, if you're trying to run all max settings after setting year after year, sure, I can see cards like a 16 gig 4080 not lasting. While it's nice to be able to enjoy settings, you cannot expect that all the time. Eventually you're going to have to start dropping some settings here and there. A 4080 can and will easily last much longer than 3 years. I know I'll make mine last. I'm running 5120 by 1440, which is just shy of 16.9 2160 level of draw. and then yeah, these guys are going at it, man. But anyway, yeah, share their thoughts and inputs on this. I could sit here and read all the comments, man, but you learn a lot. You learn a lot from these comments, man, because these guys are just sharing their experiences, what they have with NVIDIA products going forward. But NVIDIA's on the move. They got a new card coming, so probably next year they'll drop it. They'll release it, you know. And I'm sure these NVIDIA fans are waiting for that. What's it, 5090 to come out? So, you know, or the 50 cards, you know, if you want to call them, you know, whatever the specs is going to be, they're going to be. So they're probably waiting for those cards so they can try them out, you know, see what they're getting, see if they're getting their money's worth. But NVIDIA, they're working, man. Now Valve is, working as usual. Are they coming with a Half-Life 3? Only time will tell, but the fans are waiting, and yeah. So we'll see what they do in the years to come, and I mean in the days and months and weeks to come. So I'll keep you guys in the loop. But I had to cover those 4 articles because they needed to. It needed to be covered, you know. So maybe somebody didn't get a chance to read them or something, so I did it for them. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy, though. Nice talking to you people again. Crystal, Star Wars, Star Trek Thing, Borg, Dark Section. Come on. Peace.